First of all, can I apologise for the fact we didn't have a time for reflection. We thought that somebody was coming to do a reflection on the Challenge Poverty Week, but unfortunately that didn't seem to have been organised properly, so I'm sorry about that. Can I also say to colleagues that there will be a photograph at the end of full council in support of Challenge Poverty Week, so it would be good if as many people as possible could stay back just for a couple of minutes to get that photograph in support of the week next week. We have a special council first, at which we have one item to discuss at the special meeting in relation to the review of the scheme for the establishment of community councils in Dumfries and Galloway. We're required by legislation to hold a special meeting for this purpose, hence it can't be incorporated into the agenda for full council meeting, which follows immediately after this meeting. Before commencing with business today, I want to acknowledge some good news for the region and our partners. I think a good idea to start on a happy note, even though we probably will not continue on that note through the entire proceedings. The Keep Scotland Beautiful National Awards were recently held in Haddington, and a number of Dumfries and Galloway projects won prestigious titles. The awards ceremony recognises the work undertaken in communities throughout Scotland to help deliver clean and beautiful towns and villages, and improvement initiatives that make a difference locally. This very much reflects our council plan commitment for a DG Clean initiative and the recent community conversations that were held out at ward level across the region. I'm delighted that our council won the prestigious Royal Caledonia Horticultural Society Award. This award is presented to the local authority that demonstrates the highest standards of horticulture in public open spaces. This is in recognition of the huge effort that the council's gardening team throughout community assets, and increasingly with input and support from their local communities, put into making towns and villages across the region look their best through gardening maintenance and floral displays. The large town trophy was won by the People's Project in Dumfries, and this is the highest recognition for the hard work of the People's Project. The council places great emphasis on working in partnership with the People's Project, and we are proud to have supported the introduction of the Town Centre Ambassador's role. There was also success for small town projects. Silver Gilt Awards were won by 2 local projects, Brighton Up Kirkconnell and the new Luce Gardening Group. The groups in both of these towns have made huge efforts to make their villages look beautiful. The council will recognise the work of these communities at future meetings of the relevant local area committees. Today, I would ask you to recognise the work of the People's Project and the council's community assets team, who are at today's meeting with their awards. That is Anne Simpson and Mark Jardine from the People's Project, and Brian McAvini, Karen Gillis, Michael Brown and Lorraine Wilson from the Community Assets team. Can we acknowledge their success in the usual time? Okay, Rona, can you provide the Sederunt and any apologies?
Yes, thank you, Leader. We have apologies from Councillors Giusty and Wood.
Thank you, Rona. Do any members have a declaration of interest they wish to make in connection with any of the items? John.
Thank you, Leader. I declare an interest that I used to be on the Tethorrell Community Council. I have handed in an official resignation last week, and I will remain in the room.
Thank you. You can move on to item 3 on the agenda of the special meeting, that is the review of the scheme for the establishment of community councils. We are asked to consider a final approval of a scheme of establishment of community councils in Dumfries and Galloway. This has been an extensive task, and the level of interest and involvement by community councillors has been testament to their commitment to thoroughly modernise the scheme and to work with us to achieve this. Kirsty Peden is here to speak to the report. Kirsty? And I'll open up the meeting to members' questions and debate. Any members with questions? I know you've all seen this many times before. Councillor Dryburgh.
Thanks very much, Ian. I think there's been a lot of good work actually happened with the people involved in this particular report. And I know they were still working on this on Friday last week to make sure it was here in time for us to make the decisions today. I think what you've seen over the past few months is some good interaction between council officers and community councils, and also community councils giving some advice to council officers what would be probably best way forward. On that note, Chair, looking at the recommendations, I would agree with those recommendations.
Councillor Ferguson.
Thanks very much, Leader. Wholeheartedly agree with what Archie's just said. Huge amount of work on it here from all the teams across the region here, and I'm happy to second.
Any further questions? No. So are we content to agree recommendations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 and to note 8? Great. Okay, there's no urgent business for the special meeting, so I thank members for their attendance.